This quick little blog video from Friday, February 13th, and I just want to show how some of their patterns did over the week, and also show you some of our end of day statistics after I add new patterns and fix some of the old ones. Here's the euro yesterday. Had this nice little narrow range breakout, and there's a lot of different patterns that I look for, but when I see a trend and then a little rectangle pattern near the highs, those breakouts tend to work, and of course this one did. The market made a pull back down, and then we got short at probably the 38% retracement. And most of the patterns are based on swing analysis. If the swing went significantly higher than the other one, if the swing low took out the previous lows, and enough time goes by where or statistical tools are not showing it's strong enough or weak enough, then we take trades. The best chart we had yesterday was the dollar CAD. It absolutely, it probably had maybe one loss, but small little loss here, small win. Sold this little V top, double top right here. Frequently when the markets are going up, but going up very slowly. You can see this isn't that much. It doesn't close much higher than the previous high. This doesn't close much higher than the previous high. In those instances, I tend to look for double tops, and it frequently does catch big wins. And you can see the win size is much bigger than, the average risk. The average risk is 10 or 12 pips to begin with. Then the stop quickly moves to break even, and the wins are oftentimes bigger than the losses. Again, a lot of our best trades are Fibonacci based. We analyze the swings and look to get short. This is an instance where it came down to the lows and quickly reversed at the 38% retracement of this little tiny swing right near the lows. That's a very high probability pattern, especially when the previous move was so big down, 40 or 50 pips. That trade is worth taking in those instances only. So basically I add 5 or 10 new patterns every day, fix 2 or 3 of the older ones. There's enough time from the lows here that we bought the 50 or 62% retracement, and you can see the key to trading is having bigger wins and losses. Here's the risk, here's the reward. You can see it's 4 to 5 times bigger than what the risk is. So you don't even have to be 50-50 in those instances to make money trading. Here's the pound dollar. The previous day, you can see basically a loss here. Counter trend trade failed, and then we bought the trend after a nice little double bottom right here. We made 20 or 30 pips, and then Friday it only had one trade, it appears, which was good for only about 10 or 12 pips. Here's our statistics for the week. I said I would do one of these every week. Our focus is on trading, not getting customers, but if I don't do these, then people keep calling me and emailing me asking me if we're still around. I am. I'm just focused 100% on trading. Here's Friday's results. Outstanding day, 76% winning. The average win was 19 pips. Average loss is only 8. It netted 214 pips. Previous day, much lower win percentage, but bigger win size, 220 pips. The previous day, 62% winning. And notice, almost 3 times bigger wins than losses. And a lot of trades too that day. You can see just a tremendous amount of trades, probably 30. Yeah, 29 trades, 18 winners. Previous day, very high winning percentage, 21 trades, 15 wins. And of course we got lucky with a very big gap. We were in a trade and it gapped up, huge win. But even without that 138 pip win, it still did very well. If you take that out, still did 192 pips that day. So exceptionally well. When I created this, I was very happy with making 20 to 40 pips per day. That was my initial goal. Anyway, that's it for today's or this week's blog. We might release a new one over the weekend, or probably at the latest by midweek. Just close this off and bring it back up, and it will auto update. For those of you with FXCM, we don't have any plans to put the auto updating in that for a long time. So just go to the link that we gave you and install it every weekend. And if there's a new one, it will obviously install it and you'll have it. All right, that's it for this week's blog.